today's all about pumpkins, guys. So we're going to be showing you two amazing ways to utilise pumpkin, a savoury and a sweet dish. Starting off with our pumpkin soup that's perfect for this time of year, and then we're going to be making pumpkin and choc chip cookies afterwards. Stay tuned, guys, to find out the recipes. We're going to be running you through how to make a delicious pumpkin soup. We've just harvested all of our pumpkins from the bottom paddock, so we're going to run you through the ingredients we're going to use today. First of all, we've got onion, celery and carrot to form the base of our sauce. We're going to be adding some coconut milk and then a range of herbs and spices. So we've got black pepper, chili flakes, turmeric, some dried rosemary and some crushed garlic, as well as herb salt and some extra virgin olive oil when we're roasting the pumpkins. First step is prepping our pumpkins. So we're going to cut ours into about quarter-sized pieces, scoop out the cores just into a bowl. We're going to compost ours later, get rid of any of the seeds and mush. Then they're going to go face up onto an oven baking tray. Drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and we're going to put them into the oven at about 180 degrees for 45 or so minutes or until they're completely soft. And then we'll move on. Make sure to generously season. We're going to be using just some green olive herb salt. So all over the pumpkins. Just a rough season. Then we're going to use some ground pepper and finish off with some extra virgin olive oil. So we've just got our green olive, and we're leaving our skins on today, guys, because they are quite tough at the moment. So once they're roasted, they'll be much easier to scoop away from the skin. Next up is chopping the rest of our veggies. So our carrot, celery and onion. We're going to chop up the onion first, which we'll saute with our garlic. And then separately in another bowl, I'm going to chop up my carrots and celery, which will go in a few minutes afterwards. We're in our commercial kitchen now, and we're going to start sauteing our vegetables. So olive oil in the bottom. Really nice amount. We're going to be adding in our chopped onion. Should hear that sizzle, that's what you want. And we're also going to be adding in our garlic. So we're making a big portion here today, so we will be linking a recipe down below of a portion size for 4, because this one was to feed a lot of people. So these have sweated down now. We're going to add our carrots and celery and saute these for about another 10 to 15 minutes until the carrot is completely soft. We've got all of our roasted pumpkins ready to go, our sauteed vegetables are in the pot, all of our herbs and spices ready to season, along with some vegetable stock and coconut milk. But first up, we're just going to jump into the herb garden to pick what we can to blitz in as well. We've got some sage here that I'm going to be using. Just scrub off the ends, a few extra leaves, and we're going to add in some thyme as well, just a few sprigs. Now for scooping the pumpkin flesh away from the skin, just holding the pumpkin in one hand and a big spoon in the other, and they're really nice and soft, so it'll come away really easily. And we're just putting it straight into the pot with all of our sauteed vegetables, and we're going to do this to all of our pumpkins. Our roast pumpkin's fully scooped out, so we've combined that now with our carrot, celery and onion mixture that we cooked down earlier. Now we're going to add our liquid. So we've got some vegetable stock cubes. We put 2 in here with some hot water. They're all dissolved. We're going to be putting that in. That's just going to add a whole heap more flavour. We've also got 2 tins of coconut cream, because this is going to be a vegan pumpkin soup. Before we blitz, we're going to season with our herbs and spices. Starting with salt and pepper, I'm just going to do 2 big pinches. And same again for the herb salt. Then I've got some dried chili flakes here. I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons. Some dried rosemary. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of this because we have the herbs from the garden coming in as well. And I'm going to do 3/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric, which is really good for you and also gives that beautiful colour. And then lastly, we're going to add in our herbs. I'm just going to do a rough tear because this is all going to get blended up anyway. So this is just a rough season. We will taste after we blend and season again accordingly. Time to blitz this up. Now, so the only things we added off camera was about 1 litre of water that got the texture that we were after, And we did add a tablespoon of caster sugar just to bring some of the sweetness out. Now we're going to finish it off with some olive oil on top and some farm spice dukkha that you can get here from the farm shop. So just a generous sprinkling on the top. This is delicious with soup. And just a nice drizzle of the olive oil. Perfect at this time of year, guys, as the weather starts to get a bit colder. That's it for pumpkin soup. I'm going to enjoy this one for lunch, and now we're going to move on to our pumpkin and choc chip cookies. So all of the measurements will be listed down below. We're going to run through our ingredients. First up, we've got flour, just plain flour. We've got oats, a mixed spice, farm-grown pumpkin puree, coconut yogurt, vanilla essence, some melted butter, liquid stevia, milk, choc chips, 2 eggs. We've got bicarb soda, baking powder, and some salt and water to mix in as well. Beginning with dry ingredients, we're going to mix them all into a bowl. Starting off with our flour, our spice mix, our salt, baking powder and bicarb, and our oats as well. And make sure to whisk this until it's fully combined. Dry ingredients to the side, moving on to the wet ones now. So we're going to start off with our farm-grown pumpkin puree. So we just roasted these pumpkins in the oven for about 45 minutes with some brown sugar and cinnamon. We've also got our coconut yogurt, vanilla essence, melted butter, liquid stevia. You can use agave syrup if you don't have any liquid stevia, or maple syrup, milk, and we're going to crack 2 eggs into this mixture as well. And then whisk this all together until combined again, and then we're going to fold it into our dry ingredients. Making a well in the centre of our dry ingredients now, we're going to pour in our wet mixture and slowly fold it in. So scraping at the edges into the middle until the dry and wet are fully mixed together. Our mixture is fully combined now, so we're going to fold through our chocolate chips. We've got about a half a cup, but you can just add as many as you like, and these are dark chocolate chips. And fold those through. We've preheated our oven to 180 degrees, so while that's getting warm, we've got 2 lined baking trays with some baking paper, and we're going to do a heaped spoonful, about this much, dolloped onto the baking paper, just in a rough circular shape. That's it for our pumpkin cookies. So they took about 30 minutes in the oven because we wanted ours to be super golden and delicious, and they've turned out perfectly. And that's it for this video, guys. So I hope you learned a little bit about pumpkins and what we do here at the farm. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Green Olive Red Hill, and keep watching out for more YouTube videos.